His name is Maxwell Lord IV, Director and Black King of the UN peacekeeping operation Checkmate, the only current member of royal rank within that organization. Today, he is being interrogated by Amanda Waller, after daring to lay a hand on her 3 days ago. Then, Maxwell had Checkmate attack one of her trains, mistakenly thinking it was a Cobra cult front. Amanda does not take such things lightly, though she admits Max does have an impressive resume. As a co-head of the Cadmus Project and executive commissioner of the OMAC initiative, he's had a long record of solid work. Yet he's earned some red marks too. Both heads of Spiral and Shade have denounced him, and he has a habit of defying authority and not playing well with others. Amanda knows that his father, Albert Lord, founded a pharmaceutical company, until it was discovered that one of his drugs caused cancer. Albert couldn't take the guilt and committed suicide, at which point Max's mother seemed to drop out of the public eye. Max doesn't want to talk about his mother. 23 years ago, Maxine Lord was furious after Albert's death. She told Max that his father was weak and a coward, and that Max could not follow in his father's footsteps. He needed to find his voice. Like stripping away the petals off of a flower, he must shed his compassion and affection, do away with those who would stand in his way, until there is nothing left, until he has it all. After completing college, Max enrolled in Checkmate. He rose from pawn to knight in no time at all, serving under Black King Jason Cameron for 3 years, until Checkmate headquarters was invaded by a cult worshipping a being known as Trigon. Maxwell remembers that day well. Jason died a hero, though he neglects to inform Waller the only reason he did that was because of Max's powers of mental control. He forced Jason to charge into the cultists head-on. Waller sees things clearly enough though. Slowly but surely, once Max was made Black King, other royal members of Checkmate resigned due to various scandals and have yet to be replaced. And in the aftermath of one of the initial attacks from Apocalypse, Max attempted to once again seize power by gaining a contract, ensuring Checkmate controlled relations with the growing population of superhumans. That's when he and Waller first met, actually, years ago in Metropolis. As the Justice League began their first outing, Max declared the city belonged to Checkmate. Amanda Waller and Steve Trevor were already on the scene, and refused to let Max attack the Justice League, who were the only people able to fight off Darkseid and his forces. After the scandal of it all, Checkmate's contract with superhumans was revoked and handed to the newly formed organization Argus. Maxwell's rise to power was stalled, but not stopped. Amanda knows the attack on the train was no accident. He knew she was gathering witnesses from Bloodhaven to dig further into Max. But he's had about enough of this interrogation. After all, what she really wants and needs to do is just relax and unburden herself of a couple of secrets. He starts with a simple one, the location of the lost prisoners. Without hesitation, she tells him they are in the catacombs within Death Valley. Now for a hard one. Is the item still in the bowels of Bel Rev prison? Amanda pauses, struggles, and begins to strangle Max. He's some kind of telepath. Max strikes out as the guards enter the room, but the head of Checkmate is able to bring them swiftly under his control. As they prepare to leave, Max admits that he is impressed. Nobody has ever broken free of his control. Ever. Still, for that one glorious moment, he got to be the one man who took power away from Amanda Waller. Max's story, it's been so long. He's been busy, finding his voice, just like she taught him, stripping everything away, until the one man worthy of power has it all. Hello and welcome to Comic Island. My name is Arden, and this is my recap and review of Justice League number 12. Well, given my always limited time and the short run of Justice League vs. Suicide Squad, I knew I wasn't going to have much of a chance to do any tie-ins, but I did manage to sneak this one in, and boy am I glad I happened to pick this issue. It was a solid read. As a nice setup for Maxwell Lord, this is a great comic, showing his history in this new wide world of Rebirth, and nicely blending it with modern DC history. If you're a fan of DC lore and the various factions and organizations around these days, there's a lot of great references that not only nicely frame this villain, but also the current climate and continuity of DC Rebirth. To be honest, I've never been a huge fan of Maxwell Lord. He's never really done anything for me as a villain, maybe just because of the stories I've read or whatever, but he's never really meant much to me one way or the other. So this was a great story for showing me how he can be a solid villain. The issue stands alone nicely and is a solid companion piece to Justice League vs. Suicide Squad, and guest writer Tim Seeley does amazing work here. So that's the review. Thanks for watching. If you like Comic Island and would want to help us make more videos, check out our Patreon page in the video description below. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep reading comics.